Hi, friends. It's me, Christiana Gaudet, and it is time for our final tarot meetup of the year of 2020. Can you believe it? So here we are, um, ready for a whole new year, I guess. Is that true? Is that what's happening? I am happy to see all of you here. Glad that you are here. Claire, Neil, Luna Song, Mercedes. Jackie, Tony Bear, S.G. Summers, Melanie, Von Ray, Clumsy Clairvoyance, Becoming Me, Raised by Wolves. So happy to see all of you here. All right, so whatever you celebrate during the winter festival season, happy that to you. And, it is our secular new year coming up, and I think we're excited about that. Although, I just got to say, man, I got this feeling that the first 3 months of 2021 could be telling 2020 to hold my beer. Does anyone else have that feeling? I just do. I think it'll get better after that, though. And in the first month of 2021, we have an amazing thing going on, of course. We have StarCon. And so let me start out with a brief StarCon commercial. StarCon, of course, is a new annual conference. It will be held every year, and it will be an in-person conference. It will be hybrid going forward. But for this first one, it's going to be all online. We're using the Excel Events platform. It's going to be January 22nd through 24th. And it is going to be amazing. We have Benabel Wen, we have Tony Pula, we have Mary Kay Greer. We have so many great speakers. And the classes that you miss, because you will miss some classes because they're happening all at once, not all at once, but they're tracks, right? The classes that you miss will be available for you to watch for 30 days after the conference. So what else do you have to do in January and February, man? It's going to be weird out there. Marion K. Tarot is here. So she's going to be speaking at StarCon, right? Why wouldn't you want to see that? And Marion has an interesting thing. By the end of February, we should be past the worst part of 2021, astrologically speaking. Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. Absolutely. Okay. So, in baby cakes, your birthday. That's wonderful. Wonderful. All right. So, this is our tarot meetup. We tend to do 3 of these a month. We tend to do 3 meetups on YouTube and 2 classes. Now, in January, because of StarCon, we're going to do only 1 meetup and 1 class coming up in January. And if you want to make sure you never miss something coming up here, you can go to the playlist, Live Tarot Webinars. You'll see everything in archive, and you will see what we've got coming up so you can mark your calendars. You can also sign up for my weekly newsletter, Tarot Topics. Just go to my website, tarotbychristiana.com, sign up for the newsletter. Okay, so some of you know that the way we like to start is by saying where in the world we are and what deck you're working with. And Dave has, I think, already done that. Deerfield Beach, Florida, going to be brave, working with the intuitive tarot without the Pamela Coleman Smith imagery. Well, that's pretty cool. Okay, very good. So did any of you receive a new tarot deck for the gift-giving celebrations of the winter festival season? I did. I got Light Seers Tarot. My kids gave it to me. Do I have awesome kids or what? And I will tell you, I also got a gift card, and I am ordering some other tarot decks as well. In fact, I have a quandary. I want to get 2 decks, but I have 3 decks that I actually want. So, which are the 3 decks that I actually want? Let me tell you. You should tell me which 2 of the 3 I should get. Let's take a look. So, the choices are, and remember, we're going to do 2 out of 3. Modern Witch, Mystic Mondays, you know I've been wanting that one for a long time, and Wild Unknown. 2 out of 3 for me. Mystic Mondays, Modern Witch, Wild Unknown. Which one would you put on the list for later? Which one of those 3 should I drop out? Let me know. All right, let's see who else we have here. Let's see, Melanie is in Chicago with the mini RWS. Raised by Wolves, Rose is in West Virginia working with Radiant Tarot. Dorothy has Lemon Fix, very nice. Okay, and Mercedes is making all her arrangements so she can just dedicate herself to enjoying StarCon. Yay, yay. So Stephanie votes for Modern Witch. And Brenda says Wild Unknown for later. That's the one I was thinking. I was thinking get Modern Witch and Mystic Mondays now. That's what I was thinking. Okay. So let's see. So everyone is on board for Modern Witch. There's some question here about whether I should keep Wild Unknown or keep Mystic Mondays, but everyone is on board for Modern Witch. That's cool. Okay, Neil Quattrano is in Cold, Connecticut. Let's see. Tony Bear Tarot is in Santa Cruz. Oh man, I have stories from Santa Cruz. Using the CBD Marseille, that is cool. Hey, Von Ray got a gift, the Hoodoo Tarot deck. Very good. Very good. Clumsy Clairvoyance is in California using the Ostara Tarot, which she loves. Okay, Claire, Port Charlotte, Florida, working with the Radiant rider, and you're giving yourself the fairy deck for the holidays. Brenda used the pendulum for me to figure out which deck to get. That's fabulous. Okay, Betty Flesher is using the Tarot of Wizards by Corinne Kenner and is in West Virginia. Oh, Becoming Me is in Connecticut. So the next time I'm in Connecticut, which I swear to goodness is going to be the fall 2021. I think I should be able to come back to Connecticut. You and I, my friend, have to get together. Baby Cakes, you're in Connecticut too? Have we met in person? Do we know each other in person? I have like this huge Connecticut connection. I started my business in Connecticut many years ago. I was on the radio in Connecticut, being the resident psychic, and I still go back there in normal times 2 or 3 times a year. To do my tarot tours. Hey, Robin Levine, you're here under your own name today. That is so cool. So Stephanie Cruz, New York with Ethereal Vision. So great. And Clumsy Clairvoyance. See, you pay attention. You know I've been lusting after Mystic Mondays for the longest time. Marion says Mystic Mondays and Modern Witch, Wild Unknown is a bit overrated. However, I'd get all 3. You deserve it. There you go. Sally Larkin, how are you feeling? Glad that you are here in Connecticut with the Hanson Roberts. Dorothy is in the UK with Spiral. I love Spiral Tarot. So Baby Cakes, I'm so glad you just discovered us yesterday. That's cool. I'm in Florida now, but I'm from Connecticut. Where in Connecticut are you? La Morena, you say wait for Mystic Mondays, but you know how I have lusted after it all of this time. Okay, and Baby Cakes, you're in Connecticut and no cards yet. Maybe we should go card shopping for you. Okay, and Jackie in the UK using Green Witch Tarot. Mercedes has Radiant Rider. Oh, we're choosing a deck, Sally, because my kids got me Light Seers Tarot for Christmas, and I also got a gift card. And I could get 3 decks with my gift card, but I could also get 2 decks and a couple of other things. And so the 3 decks I want are Modern Witch, Wild Unknown and Mystic Mondays, and I was cutting out one deck because 3 decks at a time, when I already also got Light Seers, that's 4 decks at a time. That almost feels like overkill. So I'll get all 3, but I want to save one. Which one will I save? That was the question. Poet Mama Teacher, very cool. Petersburg, Virginia, Afro Tarot by artist Jesse Jumanji, very cool. Haven Sun, nice to see you. Glad you're here from Norwalk, Connecticut. So great to see so many people here from Connecticut. And Disco Bunny says it's freezing in Connecticut, which is why I live in Florida now. Marcos Herring, who is Anna, using Heaven and Earth today. Did you see my interview on StarCast? Did you see my interview with Jamie Elford, who is one of the creators of Heaven and Earth Tarot? She is lovely. And Nalini is an Ormond by the Sea, no cards. Now, you know what? I owe Nalini an email because I said I would give her some ideas for what cards she should buy for her first deck. And I am remiss because I have not done that and I have not sent links. So let me ask you, how many of you feel like a weight-based tarot, a weight tarot or a weight-based tarot is good for a first deck? What would you recommend for Nalini for a first deck? Go ahead and tag it first deck and put it out there. Nalini, you can go through the list and see what you see. Okay. And Marion is in Scotland using the painted tarot. David says, assign a suit for each deck and then shuffle and draw. Dina's here from Nyack, New York, using the uncommon tarot. La Morena, I didn't know you wanted it so bad. So since you do and everyone loves Modern Witch so much, do that, right? Right. I do. I want it so bad. I do. And that's the question, though. For those of you who have Mystic Mondays, and I've been lusting after this deck. I can't even tell you why. You know me. Is it a good deck for me? Do you think it would be a good deck for me? I would love to hear that. You know, is it going to be one of those decks that I open up and say, meh, you know, what do you think? Okay, so first deck. Okay, Cheryl says Wild Unknown for later. Very good. Brenda Nalini says Radiant Tarot is great for a first deck. Raised by Wolves says weight-based, since that was what most of the instructors like me used to teach with. Oh, Dina says Everyday Witch Tarot as a good first deck. Stephanie said, for my first deck, I just went to the shop and let the deck call out to me. Claire says weight-based is easier to learn. Betty, and I think a lot of people had this as a first deck, Gilded Tarot Royale by Ciro Marchetti. Mercedes, first deck, love the colors of the Radiant Rider Waite and the Universal Rider Waite. I would vote for Universal Rider Waite for sure, for sure. Melanie, for a first deck, says Rider Waite Smith. Everyone uses the design base. Everyone understands it. Yeah. Robin says Modern Witch or Rider Waite. Yep. Ashriel Classic Tarot by Barbara Moore. It's RWS based and great for beginners and seasoned readers. I'd agree with that. I'd agree. And Marion has a good advice. Watch some YouTube walkthroughs of each deck and see what you prefer. Dina says Mystic Mondays is very deep as you continue to use it. Okay, that's good to know because you know I like deep. You know that. All right, so lots of good ideas. Dorothy says first deck Universal Waite or Caselli Burke. Okay, so thank you all for being here. This is our last tarot meetup for the year, and what a year it's been. But I have to say, from my perspective, 2020 gave us some great gifts, and 2020 and the things that happened in 2020 caused us to start having these meetups here on YouTube. So I really appreciate that. Okay, and more comments about first decks in the comments. So Nalini, especially, make sure you read through and get all those comments. It's time for us to do some readings. If you have a burning question, go ahead and put your burning question in the comments. We will get to as many questions as we can. Here's how it works. I'll read the question. I will pull one card, and I will be pulling cards from my Light Seers Tarot. Yay! And I'll give you my take from that one card. Anyone else who would like to do a reading will put the person's name, the name of the card they got, just one card, and their interpretation. So if you ask a question, make sure you scroll through to get the whole reading. This is a whole big tarot reading with cards pulled literally all over the world. So who has a burning question? What would you like to know today? You don't have to have a tarot deck with you to ask a question. Anyone may ask a question. We will do readings for a while, and then we'll switch over to some tarot education stuff. And we're going to be talking about the new year and what we see for the new year. And we're going to be talking about the full moon because it's a full moon. And that was Betty's idea, that we should talk about magic that we do with the full moon. And maybe there's specifically some tarot magic we can do with the full moon. So those are things we'll talk about. So Robin wants to know, what will 2021 bring? And I'm going to say specific to her, okay? Not for the whole world, but specific to Robin Levine. What will 2021 bring? Oh, you are so sweet. The silver lining in the COVID cloud. That's really kind. Thank you. Okay. So if you'd like to answer this question, what will 2021 bring for Robin Levine? Go ahead and put her name at Robin Levine, the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. I get the devil. Sorry. It is the hottest devil in the world, though. You gotta figure. So when I interpret this for your 2021, I would say there are some things that you have been dealing with that are going to kind of come to a head in 2021. You are going to have to make some decisions. You are going to have to work on your own healing in some way in 2021. But remember that the devil is also the gatekeeper of the journey to spiritual enlightenment. So I believe that 2021 will also bring you, Robin, some real opportunities for spiritual enlightenment. Okay, and people have started reading for Robin. Next question. Claire C., will I be able to be vaccinated in the next 3 weeks since I'm 65 in Florida? Let's take a look and see. If you'd like to do this reading, at Claire C., the name of the card you got, and your interpretation. 2 of Cups reversed. I feel like it may not be in the next 3 weeks. It may be in the next 2 months. See what other people think. Baby Cakes. I want to start real estate investing in 2021 and buy a house. Is it going to happen, and is it a good idea? If you would like to do this reading, at Baby Cakes, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what do you think? 2 of Pentacles reversed. You know, this says to me it's a good idea, but it may take a little longer. It may be toward the end of the year or maybe the beginning of the following year. It's a good idea, but you got to make sure all your decks are in a row. So, if you would like to do that reading at Baby Cakes, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Okay. Here we go. Ashriel, I am thinking of unfriending on Facebook a couple of people who are family, who I no longer connect with. Should I go ahead? Oh my gosh. Should Ashriel Knight unfriend some family on Facebook? What a great question. If you'd like to do this reading, at Ashriel Knight, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Oh, this is funny. 10 of Pentacles reversed. So 10 of Pentacles, of course, is a card of family. Reversed, I would say, Unfriend away, baby. Go for it. Absolutely. Talia, will my green eyes turn brown in love? I'm not sure I understand that question. I'm not sure I understand. If you could rephrase that, that would be good. Okay. Nalini, I'd like to know what the new year looks like for me. Okay, if you would like to do this reading, at Nalini Kalu, is that not the best name you've ever heard? The name of the card you got and your interpretation. Knight of Wands. You know, I'm really excited for this year for you. I think that you will make a move. I think that you will tap into your creativity, your spirituality. I think you will meet new people. I think this will turn into a good year for you. Okay, poet, mama, teacher. Those are three good things to be, I gotta say. Is this new guy in my life, initials KT, for real? He's already proclaiming love for me, but I'm still healing from my recent toxic relationship with a narcissist. So far, he's been extra sweet and kind to me. What do you think about this relationship? If you'd like to do this reading, at Poet Mama Teacher, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. What do you think? Strength reversed, I'd be careful. I mean, I think he really is sweet and he really is nice, and I don't think he's being intentionally not sincere. But, you know, when he's coming on so strong, that may be the kind of thing that could burn itself out quickly. So I'd be a little careful with your heart. Let's see what other people have to say. Okay, clumsy clairvoyance. My question is kind of spooky, but I've been feeling a spiritual presence lately, which I've felt from time to time. But recently, the presence seems so much more apparent, and I think there's more. So my question is, who might this spirit be, and do they have a message? All right. If you would like to do this reading, at Clumsy Clairvoyance, the name of the card you got and your interpretation, what do you think? The Two of Wands. I don't know who this spirit is, although I get the feeling that it's ancestral. And I feel like the message is about how whatever you can conceive of, whatever you want, is within your grasp. I think it's about your power to manifest. Von Ray, Lavana, I know you're Lavana. So nice to see you here. What should I be doing? Feeling a little lost. Okay. If you would like to check in and see what Lavana should be doing to help her not feel so lost, go ahead. At Von Ray, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. What should she be doing? The Emperor. Okay, so this could be about finding a new job. It could be about finding a new guy, and he's pretty good looking. It could be about recognizing your position within community and building community around you. Why not all three? Job, guy, community. Go for it. Okay, lots of great readings happening. If I read for you, if you asked a question, make sure you scroll down and see all your answers. Okay, Neil Quatrano. Feeling unfulfilled in life, what's going to make me happy? If you'd like to do this reading, at Neil Quatrano, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. So I got the Knight of Swords reversed. And so it's definitely something you're not doing now. Now, for me, the Knight of Swords is a writer. It might be about writing. I think you need to really follow your own truth. And I think it is time for you to do something new or something in addition to what you've been doing. but it's got to be about fulfilling your truth, fulfilling your mission, and communication, which is why I go for writing, actually. Wemo, is he cheating or is it just lockdown lunacy setting in with him? Nice to see you in Ireland there. Okay, if you'd like to do this reading at Wemo, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. What do we think's going on here? The Two of Swords, I would not necessarily say cheating. There's definitely something that maybe needs to be communicated. And that's not to say that this relationship is necessarily a match made in heaven, but I'm not necessarily thinking cheating is the thing. Okay. Okay, Dave. I got introduced to a showbiz producer in the Big Apple, but I've heard nothing since. Is this connection genuine? All right, if you'd like to do this reading at David Victor, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. Queen of Wands, I think, isn't this a great Queen of Wands, by the way? This is like one of my favorite cards in this deck. I think there is something there. I do. I think there's something significant there. You may need to reach out again, but I think there's something there. Okay, Talia, here's a question. Is he coming back? If you'd like to do this reading at Talia, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Lovers, I would say yes, but remember that this card asks a question, and I think he is coming back, but the question is, will it work? Do you really want him to come back? There's all kinds of questions there. And thank you, everyone, for participating and doing readings. Sarah, nice to see you. What do I need to do or know to conquer my fear of flying? If you'd like to do this reading at Sarah, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. King of Pentacles reversed. You know, to me, I think you like to be grounded. You do not like to not be on the ground. So I think you need to do real grounding things. You need to like carry tiger's eye and do other things that make you feel grounded. Let this be a spiritual thing about grounding. Luna Song, I moved 5 times in 2020. January 1st, I will move into my new place. Is this finally my home? My goodness gracious. What do we think? If you'd like to do this reading, at Luna Song, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. The Tower reversed. I don't think it's your forever home, but I don't think you're going to be moving really soon. I think you can settle in for a minute. Okay. Thank you, everyone, for doing readings. This is fabulous. Okay, Cynthia. I am planning to travel to South Carolina next week. Is that going to happen? And if I like it, I will consider to relocate there. So what can we say about that? Is it a good place for her? Will she take this trip? Might she relocate there? Let's see what we see. If you would like to do this reading, at Cynthia Aparicio, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. This is the second time, and I shuffled the Two of Swords. 50-50 whether it will happen, and 50-50 whether you'll want to move there. Right now, just take the trip when you can and see. It's worth seeing, it's worth looking at, but it's not foregone one way or the other. Okay. Betty Flesher, what do I need to do to get out of this weird funk I've been in all through December? Go to StarCon in January. No, seriously. I mean, yes, but let's see what the cards say. If you'd like to do this reading, at Betty Flesher, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. I shuffled the Tower reversed. I think you are feeling the energy of the planet and everything going on. So I think it's got to be about really doing a lot of psychic protection to try not to absorb all of that. Okay. La Morena. When should I move? If you would like to do this reading at La Morena Sin Pena, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. When should she move? The Lovers within the next 6 months. Okay. Lots of great readings happening. I'm just scrolling. I am looking for final questions. So, from my perspective, I've answered every question asked. If I accidentally missed you, I apologize. Please reiterate. If you have not yet asked a question but wanted to, now is the time. These will be our final readings. Now, I would also like to open the floor. We've got 2 topics that we wanted to talk about in this second half. One is about full moon magic with tarot, and it is a full moon. And the other is about predicting 2021, which we've already done a bit of. So if you have a burning question that you have not yet asked regarding getting a reading, now is the time. If you have a burning question about tarot, something about a card or a technique or a deck, go ahead and ask that. If you want to speak about predicting the new year, go ahead and tag it 2021. If you want to talk about moon magic with tarot, tag it moon magic. I'm going to start by talking about predicting 2021. Now, there are so many different ways to do a New Year's reading. We talked about that some in our last class here, Tarot Presents, where we talked about holidays and how we might look at predicting a new year. I would love to hear, have you done a New Year's reading yet? What about reading for the world? What about reading for yourself for the New Year's? How have you done it? Have you done it? What might you do? And I'm going to sort of throw it out there and say, I have really had the feeling that before COVID gets solved, which I think it will be solved in 2021 for the very most part, that January, February, March are going to be really difficult. Now, Marion says things start to get better after February. That is good. Barbara Money, yes, you can still ask a question. And we will go ahead and do that question, yes. So I'm going to read on, what about COVID in the first quarter of 2021? And honestly, the cards that came up for me, I got the Hierophant, and of course it is the year of the Hierophant. I got the 2 of Swords, I got the 4 of Wands, 8 of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Cups reversed. So even though there will be some surges from the holidays, I feel like we are really on our way to solving it, which makes me feel really good. So I'm happy about that. And Brenda, which tarot card would represent the vaccine? Oh my goodness. Now, I like the Hierophant because the Hierophant is sort of can be like medical authority, but the Ace of Swords sure makes sense. I love that. Okay, so let's do a reading for Barbara Money. Is there a move in the near future for me? If you'd like to do this reading at Barbara Money, the name of the card you got and your interpretation. 3 of Swords reversed. I would say if you would like to move or if you feel it is the best path, it is something that could happen and could even happen pretty soon and may bring you to a place of some healing. It might be a good thing for you. Okay, so Marcy, you did a New Year's reading. What did you learn? Share with us. Okay, Ashriel, for the first quarter of the year for COVID, 10 of Swords, right? Right. And Claire says, I think it'll be by regions. Some regions better, some regions worse. Absolutely. Absolutely. And Dave says maybe the vaccine is the 10 of Swords, and then Ashriel pulled the 10 of Swords for the first quarter for COVID. Okay, so what about this? What about economic recovery? You know, if we look at the whole of 2021, like let's say this time next year, what will the economy be looking like? Even on a worldwide scale, what will the economy be looking like? Six of Pentacles reversed. I mean, I feel like we're going to still be feeling the effects of this, even at this time next year. But also Three of Cups. So, you know, feeling it, but maybe not so bad. So then what about personal predictions? And, you know, I like things like, what do I have to do to make this year the best it can be for me? You know, that's a great question. Anyone who wants to do that, go ahead. Ask the question for yourself. What do I have to do to make this the best year for me? Eight of Pentacles reversed for me. That's kind of interesting. So I'm going to say I will have an opportunity for some work-life balance. So that's kind of interesting. Okay. So clumsy clairvoyance. I have to say COVID-19 in Southern California is beyond frightening. I try not to harp on it, but when you see what's happening, it's hard not to. Yeah, I know. Marion, I do New Year's spreads on the 1st of January so as not to have any residual energy from the previous year. That's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. Ashriel 2021 economic recovery, Ace of Pentacles, starting fresh. So that's good. Betty, COVID in 2021, Hermit. We've spent time in meditation and solace. Hanged Man, an awakening for reflection and insight, and 10 of Cups, peace and contentment in our family lives. We pray, absolutely. Disco Bunny, I did my tarot card year, adding up my birthday to 2021, and this is a justice card year for me. So what does that mean for you? Let us know what that means. Okay, so now full moon, last full moon of the year. So first of all, there's two schools of thought about what to do with the full moon. I'm an old school person, you know, and I go back to like the old charge of the goddess. Whenever ye have need of anything, once in a month, and better it be when the moon is full. So I like to use the new moon to manifest what I want. Now, as soon as the new moon has passed, as soon as it starts to wane, I see that as a time of letting go of things. Now, other people like to do manifestation work on the new moon, to plant their seeds on the new moon. And I think while the moon is waxing up to the full moon, that's all good. So tag at Moon Magic. Let me know how you like to work with the moon. And if you're comfortable with doing some manifestation magic for yourself this new moon and looking toward this new year, is there one tarot card that represents what you want in this year, and which card is it? Okay, let's see what we've got going on here. And lots of good readings for the new year for individuals. General question for the collective from Poet Mama Teacher. What do you do to break in a new deck? So I in fact just did a video about this before I hopped on here on the StarCon page on Facebook, STAARCON. You can go grab that at some point. I hold it to my heart. I hold it to my throat. I hold it to my third eye. I breathe with it in all of those places. I blow on it to mark it with my breath. And then I just dive in and start reading, honestly. And as I do that, I will notice things about the cards which say, gee, I wonder why the artist illustrated it this way or that way. And then I'll go to the guidebook and find out why. That's how I do it. So if you'd like to share how you break in a new deck, tag it new deck and tell us. Okay, so the collective, what do we need to know going into 2021? Clumsy clairvoyance. Strength is what we need to know. Okay, so moon magic, manifest according to the new moon. Need to think about which card I want to manifest. Maybe temperance, balance, and art. Sure. So what card do I want to manifest with this full moon? I am going to think specifically about StarCon, because that's coming up in January. And the card I am going to choose is the Magician. Because we are teaching, so we want people to learn. We are all online, so we want technology to be with us, and the Magician is Mercury, so that's helpful. And we want people to come together and really learn to use their tools. So that's what I would manifest with. Oh, Betty Flesher, full moon card. High Priestess, manifest the gift of prophecy and insight, clarity and guidance. Beautiful. I love it. Okay. And let's see, what did I miss here? Okay, Marcy, coming out of a fear-based society into a higher vibration, more positive energy. It was a good time to start new projects, new energy forward, also dealing with the energy of loss, lack, and fear. Oh, nice. That was your reading. Very good. Marcy, the way to heal it is to honor all your experiences and find gratitude for what is. Beautiful. Raised by Wolves, I'm thinking I would like to manifest the Ten of Pentacles. I was thinking about that too. It speaks to me of a close-knit family, united in health and happiness. Cynthia, I want to manifest 2021. Temperance, you're the second one who wants temperance. Claire, Magician for manifesting, the tools and guidance for the changes in my life. Power for pulling my spiritual and physical health together. Perfect. Robin, manifesting 10 of Cups, peace and happiness. Melanie, I want to manifest the Four of Wands, solid, loving home. Okay, Mercedes, what she does with a new deck. Sage the deck, offer a prayer of purpose for the highest good, do a deck interview spread, thank the deck for coming to me, and store it with an amethyst and a quartz or sodalite. Beautiful. Okay, so any other thoughts about moon magic? And I will say, one of the classes that will be at StarCon is Manifesting by the Light of the Moon with Amy Mauser. And she will do a whole hour-long workshop on how to work with the moon in manifestation. Mercedes would like to manifest the Ten of Pentacles. So other ways that you work with the moon, other thoughts about reading for 2021 or sort of figuring out 2021 and what to do with all of that. So Cynthia, my card for 2021 for myself, I want to manifest the Queen of Wands for my life. That's beautiful. Clumsy Clairvoyance, full moon. Reading and magic with tarot. Since this full moon is in the sign of Cancer, the Chariot would be a great card to meditate with for tonight's full moon. What a great idea. And the Chariot is the perfect card as we ride into the new year. And in such a divided time, the Chariot speaks of the union of opposites moving forward. And so the Chariot is just such a wonderful card. Thank you for that. For manifesting, Neil says 10 of Cups, to live happily. Betty, do I do anything special with a new deck? Yeah. I basically, I mark it with my breath. I breathe with it. Heart, throat, third eye, blow on it. There it is. And then I get to work. Dina, I want to manifest Ace of Pentacles, robust emergency fund. Perfect. Cynthia, moonwork, cocoa ritual, and candles. Perfect, perfect. Neil, the Lovers and the Wheel of Fortune, asking too much? No, I think that's fine. I don't think that's asking too much at all. Disco Bunny, new tarot cards. I don't stress too much. They are tools like rosary beads or other sacred thing. Just follow your heart. There is power in tradition. Fair enough. Fair enough. So other thoughts there. What if we were to look at each of our own tarot practices, taking tarot into 2021? Now, if you are professional, I want you to do 2 cards. One for taking tarot into 2021 in business, and the other in your personal practice. Even if you are not yet professional but want to be. 1 card for the business, 1 card for personal. If tarot is just for your personal use, that's fine. 1 card, how do you and tarot walk together into 2021? How about that? Claire C., I wake at 4 a.m. to full moons naturally. This happens even when I do not plan it. I take a silent moon bath and meditate outside. Beautiful. Mercedes, full moon in Cancer would encourage housekeeping to the full extent. From decluttering to getting rid of relationships that we have outgrown. Time to do a full clearing of your house, which is so great for the new year too, right? Melanie, adding a 2nd card to manifesting. 10 of Pentacles, more activity in my solid, loving home. Yeah, I love it. Okay, so divination, how you and tarot walk together into the new year. I got 2 Swords court cards. So for my business, the Queen of Swords, and that makes sense because I am doing so much online. And of course, Swords is about online and communication and all of that. Oh, Becoming Me, I got you on that. I do. And then for me personally, the Knight of Swords, just how it helps me on my own path. And also the path of the writer. I have a book that was supposed to be finished 2 years ago, still working on it. So there is that. Okay, Tower. Man, the Tower is going to help you break down and let go of everything that does not serve you and is going to help you to find real enlightenment. Remember, Trisha, Becoming Me, the lightning that strikes down the tower is enlightening. And Conjure Knits got that for personal as well. That's not a bad thing, man. To let your mind be blown and your spirit be wide open with tarot is a beautiful thing. Ooh, Raised by Wolves. I got the moon taking tarot into the new year. Solving mysteries, dedicating to spirituality. So good, so good. Oh, Melanie, my relationship with tarot going forward into 2021. 8 of Swords reversed. Spirits, freedom starts. I love that. That's beautiful. Mark Astro Tarot, so nice to see you. Personal, 8 of Wands. Progression will be quick. Intuition on the fly takes off. Beautiful. Robin, the Hierophant. Seek advice from someone you trust and hold in high regard. Perfect. Mercedes, for tarot as a business, Knight of Wands. Oh, I love that. And for yourself, Eight of Cups. I love that too, man. Personal healing and forward motion for business. That's so good. Disco Bunny, personal tarot journey, Five of Wands. Looks like it's going to whip me into shape again. So, the thing about the Five of Wands is, there could be something there about letting it be your creative collaborator, that you would collaborate with it and it would help you in that way. Marion, walking into 2021 with tarot, business, Two of Cups, personal Page of Wands. I'm chuffed with that. Yeah, I am for you as well. Cynthia, tarot card for business, Ace of Wands, tarot card personal, Chariot. Nice, nice, nice. And Conjure Knits, business, Justice. So that's really interesting. It makes me wonder if you need to become more official, if it's about getting a business license or, that kind of thing. Or even putting more time into it, giving it its fair amount of time. Strength reverse, business, Seven of Cups. Makes sense. I'm undecided and wishy-washy about whether I want to hang out my shingle in any real way. For you, the High Priestess. Oh, that is funny. So clearly you have the skill and the ability with the High Priestess. The question is, do you want to? That's awesome. I love it. Mystics Haven. Personal, Two of Wands, possible business, Page of Cups. So interesting, man. The future is wide open for you. Hey, Joanne Matthew, better late than never. Glad you're here. The reading we're doing is how you walk with tarot into 2021. If you have or want to have a tarot business, you're going to pull one card for the business and one card for you personally. If you just use tarot personally, just pull a card for yourself, how you walk with tarot into 2021 personally. Ashriel, Five of Wands reversed, to not be in competition out there with the business of tarot. Three of Wands reversed, time to take tarot practice out into the world. So good. Dina, tarot for business, Two of Pentacles, tarot myself, Four of Cups reversed. So Two of Pentacles, I would say you're going to add it in. It's not going to be your whole thing, but you're going to add it into what you do. Four of Cups reversed, I think it helps give you a new perspective. Betty Fleischer, tarot in 2021, star, have faith in the future is going to be bright, dreams coming true, positive changes. And Seven of Cups, stop procrastinating, make a choice and get clarity on what I desire. Okay. Clumsy Clairvoyance, first card for business aspect, Six of Cups reversed. Maybe letting go of things from the past that might not have worked in my favor. Heck yeah, my friend. Absolutely. Dave, walking into 2021, judgment, rebirth with clearer vision. Ooh, good, good, good. So good. Right, the Tom Petty song, The Future is Wide Open. Yeah, Into the Great Wide Open. I love that song. And often I see that coming up in tarot readings. That's so beautiful. Joanne, personal, Eight of Pentacles, just keep working at what I do. Well, it has worked for you so far, hasn't it? So we are coming into our last few minutes, and these will be our last few minutes together in 2020. Let me give you the dates and times of our only two meetings in January. We only have two meetings in January because of StarCon. So make sure you come to StarCon January 22nd through January 24th. And the website to make all that happen and get your tickets, STAARCON.com. Okay, our two meetings. This Sunday, this coming Sunday, January 3rd, we have an hour-long free class right here, Major Arcana Numerology. I've got some things to talk about regarding my own take of the numbers on the Major Arcana. So come join us for that. That is this Sunday. Our meetup will be will be when? Let's see. When is our meetup? I know it's sometime. Oh, here it is. Sunday the 10th, 4 p.m. And these times are Eastern, so New York time. Our one and only meetup will be Sunday the 10th at 4 p.m. So those are our 2 times on YouTube. In February, we'll go back to having our 5 meetings. But I want to starve you out here and send you on over to StarCon. Actually, really, it's that I'm going to be so busy getting StarCon together. And if you go to the StarCon website, you can see all of our presenters. You can see everything we've got going on. So I really do want you to go to StarCon. Ticket prices range from the $5 general admission to the $4.99 VIP World Package. Somewhere in there and in between there, you'll find something that works for you. Get your tickets. All right, in our last few minutes, now is the time for shameless self-promotion. If you have a YouTube channel, an Insta account, a website, something you would like to promote, drop the link right here. Let's support each other. Let's help each other. My website is tarotbychristiana.com. You can make an appointment right there for a reading. If you'd like to do mentorship with me, reach out to me. We'll talk about it. I do have mentoring packages. And you can sign up for my newsletter. It comes out every week, Tarot Topics, every Wednesday. Also, we have a group on Facebook. It's called Global Tarot Circle. And we don't do a whole lot in that group, but we do announce the meetings. And if there is, like tonight, I said, what do you want to talk about tonight? And that's how we came up with our programming. So, okay, so Disco Bunny, StarCon looks good. I work Friday. Would I have access later to watch it? Yes. You have a couple choices. You could take just Saturday and Sunday, or you can watch the archive of Friday. You can absolutely do that. So whichever you prefer. Some of the opening ceremony stuff Friday night may not be recorded, but the pre-conference intensive will be. What will happen is the discussion groups are not recorded, but the classes are. So everything that is a class will be available later on. And I really would like to see a lot of you at StarCon. This is going to be an annual event. In 2022, it will happen in Palm Beach Gardens and online. And we are also looking at doing a StarCon Connecticut as soon as COVID allows. So that's, we don't know when we'll be able to do it, but we are looking to do it. Okay, so there's a lot of shameless self-promotion going on here. And so do check all of that out. Betty's taking all of her Christmas money gifts and doing StarCon. That's so good. Excellent, excellent. So blessings to all of you. I want to thank all of you. This has been a difficult year. You have made this year so much better for me. And I am so grateful to you. Yeah, that's what I said, Connecticut. StarCon Connecticut. Okay, so here's how it's going to work. Every StarCon will be hybrid. StarCon 2021 is just virtual. Every other StarCon will be, unless COVID isn't solved, assuming COVID is solved, will be in person and virtual. So if you can get there in person, you get there in person. If you can't, you come in virtually. We're going to hire videographers to make sure you get the thing. So that's how that's going to work. So we are very excited to do in-person gatherings, but to make sure that those in-person gatherings are accessible to those of you who cannot travel for one reason or another. So make your plans to travel to Florida in January 2022. I'll keep you posted on Connecticut. And make your plans to join us for StarCon 2021 online only, January 22nd through 24th. We are looking forward to seeing you there. Sunday the 3rd is at 4 p.m. So this coming Sunday, we're meeting back here at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Right, Mercedes said virtual will open the doors to all of us who have family commitments. Exactly, not everyone can travel, not everyone wants to travel. And so we're invested with this Accelerants platform, and they work very well for the hybrid as well. Oh, Mystics Haven, that's so kind. These meetups have been my only connection to like minds. It's been much needed. I look forward to everyone. Thank you so much. I do too. And happy birthday, baby cakes. Thanks for being here. Happy New Year. Stay safe. Stay well. See you back here next year, haha, this Sunday, 4 p.m. for class. And that's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Thank you so much. Love to all of you. I appreciate all of you.